There are some people who can't have a normal conversation without flexing on you. I hate them. Like, I don't take the weekends off. Who cares? I work every single day. Saturday, Sunday, doesn't matter. I even worked last Christmas. No big deal. I just don't see the difference. Some people need a break. I don't. It's just how I'm built. Anyway, these people are the worst. So, I made a list. 21 things people say to flex on you. Some are humble brags, and the rest is worse. We'll go through all of them one by one, and you keep your score and I'll keep mine. No cheating. At the end, you'll get a number. That number is a diagnosis. The higher the number is, the more insufferable you are. I won't be up there, obviously, because I'm not one of these people. Basically, I'm just doing this video for you. Let's start. I'm sure we all heard someone said, I've only slept 4 hours today. And not in a worried way, because that would be normal. On average, I get 7 hours and 8 minutes of sleep per night. And not getting enough sleep is worse for me than a hangover at this ripe age of 34. But not for these warriors. Look at that lazy bum, sleeping without a care in the world. Don't you have a fucking job to do? Jesus Christ, this new generation is useless. If you sleep more than 4 hours, you're basically useless. Sleep is for the weak. Suffering is good. While you are sleeping, they are winning. So what are you then? Get the fuck out of bed, bitch, go. Somehow, somewhere along the way, suffering became evidence for ambition. And once you enter the suffering Olympics, you play for the win. Even if it means losing your sanity and that one friend you have left. Did I ever flex about just sleeping 4 hours though? Nah, never flex about that. Woo! We're off to a good start here. Who's the most humble here? Who is the most humble? A similar but different version is, I wake up at 5 a.m. Well, I wake up at 4. I fucking won. Easy! No, seriously though. I do wake up at 4 a.m. You know why? Because I go to sleep at 8 p.m. like a goddamn chicken. It's not discipline. It's poultry behavior. I'm a beak and a few feathers away from shitting on someone's porch and walking away like nothing happened. But did I ever tell that to someone without them specifically asking me about it? Yes. Why? Well, because... So my point is, I'm not trying to flex on you guys, okay? I sleep around 7 hours every day and wake up without an alarm clock. It's a perfect normal amount of time to sleep. Nothing to be impressed about. I'm just on the geriatric grind. But next time you hear someone say, I wake up at 5 a.m., try to read between the lines. Are they actually complaining? Because most of the time, they just want a badge for it. And they can have my badge. I earned this. I don't care how many hours you sleep. Or if you don't sleep at all. Go get your own badge. I don't think it's even transferable. Let's not forget keeping the score, by the way. I'm 1-4-2 right now, and we have 19 more flexes to go. This next one hits a little too close to home for me, actually. Because I never leave home. And that's, I haven't taken a vacation in 8 years. In years. I haven't taken a vacation in years. Because I don't say that, they say that. I don't say that, they say that. But in my defense, I was a living, breathing, and itching hippie for 4 years. Lived in a tent, hitchhiked to get around. Basically, I was on a permanent holiday for 4 years. So I would argue that balances it out. The real reason I haven't taken a vacation in the last 8 years is not that I didn't have the time. I had the time. I had all the time. All of the time. The real reason was I always worked my own job. I didn't work a 9 to 5, ever. But I worked hard. Really hard. Sleepless nights. Grinding, and finally, after all those years, I ended up in a lot of debt. Let's just skip this one. Let's just skip this one. Why are we even talking about this? This is not fun. If we're not gonna have fun, why are we in fucking... You know what? Fuck your job and your credit score, man. Take a loan. Quit your job. Go on a fucking adventure. You deserve that. You deserve to be in debt like me. So yeah, that's a yes from me. I did say that before. Last one from the Suffering Olympics. Are you ready? I was so busy. I haven't eaten anything. What kind of accent is that? I'm so busy. I haven't eaten anything yet. Every time I hear this, I go, how is that even possible? I structure my day around food. And I eat it like someone's about to take it away from me. Lately, I've been eating mostly one meal a day, in one sitting. Of course, can't eat one meal in... Anyway. Lately, I've been eating mostly one meal a day. Let me show you one of the meals I ate last week. Here we go. 2 pounds of chicken wings with 150 grams of dry pasta. 2600 calories, one sitting. And after I'm done eating, I use the same plastic basin to take a bath in it. This clip is from another video where I'm trying to lose 20% of me in 3 months. Subscribe so you can see if I fail at something else in my life. Of course, before we move on, we have to lock in our answer. Have I ever said, I'm so busy, I haven't eaten anything today? No, I haven't. Come on, man. Do I look like a guy who works more than he eats? I'm poor and 240 pounds. So these were all flexes from Suffering Olympics. Your whole worth is tied to your output. You don't eat, you don't sleep, you don't rest, like a good slave. But now it's time to move on to things you put in your mouth. That's what she said. Jinx. Starting with the favorite phrase of anyone who takes their health very seriously. I don't eat bread. Man, I love bread. Toasted, covered in butter. I can't get enough of it. But people who say I don't eat bread, say it like bread betrayed them and went on to murder their entire family. Actually, when I think of it again, it might actually be true. Victims are a family of 5 from Mississippi. Jesus. Needles everywhere. Even the 5-year-old has a ton of needle marks. This could only mean one thing. Diabetes. Exactly. Anything on the perp? We have an eyewitness saying he was French, tall, thin, crusty, and delicious. Oh, can I have some? He wasn't being careful. Left us a trail of breadcrumbs. Oh man, this guy is toast. No. It's baguette. Look, I've done this too. I know it's a lot of fun going around telling people that you don't eat bread. But you know what's more fun? I don't eat bread! It's a little over the top of your lungs, but try it. You'll reach more people this way. So that's a yes from me. My mom actually does this. Not the shouting from the window part, but saying I don't eat bread. But I heard her say I don't eat bread more than I saw her not eat bread. And I said to her, okay, you don't eat bread, but you still eat carbs. It's always the case with the I don't eat bread folk. They eat pasta, rice, pancakes, anything with lots of sugar in it. But still proudly say, I don't eat bread. So the bread is made out to be the villain without most people knowing why. I will definitely not get into this right now, but you would be shocked to see how fucked up the food industry is. And also people defend their food choices more than I would defend my country if we went into a war. Which actually shouldn't be that hard because I would be low crawling for miles to sneak into the neighboring country. Fuck it, let me just tell you one of the good ones. Did you know in 2022, Ireland's Supreme Court ruled that the Subway bread in Ireland has so much sugar in it, it can't be legally classified as bread. So, if you say I don't eat bread and go to Ireland to a Subway and shove a foot-long sandwich down your throat, you would technically still be right. Isn't that cool? If I was the CEO of Subway, I would just lean into that. Anyway, let's go back to food. I don't eat bread is just a gateway. From there, the path of least resistance is I don't eat sugar. Then, I don't eat carbs. Then, I don't eat processed foods, which I don't. I'm not bragging about this though. You know I wouldn't flex on you guys. And then you can get pretty niche from there. I don't eat vegetables. I don't eat legumes. Even I don't eat nightshades. And the final destination from there is I am carnivore. Which to me sounds like water is wet, but now turn the other way and you have I don't eat red meat. Then I don't eat meat. Then I'm plant-based. And finally, I am vegan. Now, first of all, I'm very sorry. Mostly for people around you, but also you are missing out on the one of the tastiest and most nutrition-dense things on the planet. You think we would evolve to have these giant brains by eating leaves and shit? Do you know what other animal tried going vegan? Pandas. They were carnivores, then switched to eating only bamboo. They've been doing that for centuries. They are endangered. They poop up to 40 times a day because they can't digest bamboos properly. Do you know male pandas do handstands to urinate higher on a tree? Look at this shit. Does this look fucking normal to you? I don't know why would they do something like that. But I like to believe eating 50 pounds of bamboo a day make you do some wild shit like that. Also, female pandas are fertile for 24 to 72 hours per year. Can you imagine being a male panda? Actually, this explains a lot about the weird shit male pandas are doing. I feel for those poor guys now. I think it goes without saying that I have never flexed on anyone saying that I don't eat meat or I am vegan. The only time I didn't eat meat was if I couldn't afford it. But I've never turned it into a flex. I swear guys, you have to believe me. That's an all from me. We have passed the halfway mark, and if your numbers are low, don't worry. This next part is designed for you. And if you want to see where all of this comes down to a boil, the brewing ground for snobs, I drink my coffee black. That's the universal signal that you are serious. You are not soft. You don't need sweetness in your life. You like your coffee as black as the Gen Z's future. And once you go black, you never go back. You go into a Starbucks and you say, I need a BBC. That's big black coffee. Jesus, you guys have a dirty mind. Hey, I do too. I mean, I drink my coffee black too. I don't have a dirty mind like you perverts. Although I drink black coffee 99% of the time. I like a good cortado sometimes, but I like to grind my own beans. Oh, that's actually a good one. I buy beans based on fermentation, origin, processing. As you can see, this is not a hobby for me. It's serious. It's more of a condition, really. It's the best way I could find to justify my addiction to caffeine. So this is more of a confession than a brag. But have I ever flexed on someone saying that I only drink black coffee? Oh yeah. I flexed on a bunch of innocent, unexpected citizens. They were offering me free coffee and asked if I wanted milk and sugar. And I was like, no, I take it like a man. Hard and black. What are you, a fucking gay or something asking me if I take milk and sugar in my coffee? Also, on a completely unrelated note, no, I'm not gonna just cut down a little bit or drink decaffeinated coffee like it's a real thing. Stop saying that. Anyway, if I'm drinking coffee, I actually want to taste it. That's why I drink the coffee. But if I'm at a Starbucks, which is very rare, I'm not drinking that coffee black. I'll add milk, I'll add sugar, I'll add cream, I'll add whatever the fuck I need to add to make it not taste like that. Because that coffee is gonna burn your taste buds, and not because it's hot. And I don't wanna taste it. I feel like I'm being exposed here. I meditate every morning. You can say meditation is overrated or underrated. But if you have ever personally tried meditating, at least for a few weeks or a month, you know for a fact that it is one of the most mind-numbingly boring things you can do in life. And keep that in mind. This is coming from a guy who hasn't taken a vacation in the last 8 years. It is really not for everybody. If you can just sit there and do nothing for half an hour and look at a wall, there's something wrong with you. Go see a doctor. Or even better, go get a job. The longest meditation streak I was on was 2 months. It started as boring, then slowly it became painful, and by the end, I was more anxious than when I started. If you think self-awareness is a good thing, you don't have it. You keep realizing all these unnecessary things from your conversations and the way your mind works and all that, which your mind did a great job hiding from you. And then you're like, you know what would be fun? Digging up that old scar from way back when I was a kid. Let me get a knife and get to work. Have I flexed about meditating every day? Yeah, I did. I like to see you try meditating every day without mentioning it to anybody. It's impossible. What you do is so goddamn boring. The only fun you're gonna get out of it is when you tell it to someone. I'm gonna get the rest out fast, and before we go into the results, I'll show you the whole list so you can check your answers and count before the verdict. Let's go. I can't gain weight. Oh, shut the fuck up. I only drink water. No. I drink 3 cups of coffee before noon. I only buy organic. Yeah, moving on. I don't watch TV. I don't even own a TV. In fact, I never owned a TV. So of course I said that. I don't use social media. That's an easy yes. I don't have a TikTok. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have any social media. I am qualified, and I did say that. Not as a flex, just as a fact. You know I don't flex on my people. I'm brutally honest. No, I hate conflict. Conflict gives me anxiety. Usually I try to find a kind way to say things to people so they don't get offensive. Though I'm not sure if this video is a good example of that. I keep a small circle. I share one phone with my girlfriend. We've been together for 12 years. My circle is not small. It's solid. It's just her. It's a dot. Other than that, I don't really have other friends. I could have said I keep a small circle, and that would be true, but it's not a flex. It's just sad. So that's a no from me. I never cry. Next, I don't drink. I do drink. Sometimes. Not much. 1 or 2 beers every now and then. But that didn't stop me from mentioning it a few times when I was a stoner. Nothing better than dunking on other addicts when you are one. And I only harmed my brain. That's another yes. I don't really get hangovers, said the alcoholic, while taking a flask out of his pocket to stop the anxiety that's been building up all day after nearly waking up 15 minutes ago. All jokes aside, alcoholism isn't fun. It destroys lives. And unfortunately, I have a first-hand experience with that. My father used to get really pissed at me for drinking too much in high school. And it was tough trying to hide it from him, because he was a drinker too. But I was better at lying than he was at drinking. Have I ever flexed about that? What do you think? I said I was in high school. So if you are sitting there and thinking, this guy just flexed about not drinking and also drinking too much. And you're right. 2 flexes, 1 liver. That's pretty efficient, I would say. My liver is in great condition, by the way. I healed really fast. Like, concerningly fast even. Unnatural healing speeds. And I take cold showers. Oh yeah. It's been a while since I took a cold shower, but when I did mention that, I even slightly hinted that the cold shower you are taking in the summer does not even count, because the coldest water in the summer is like children's play pool. Don't fucking talk to me until it's February and your whole skin is red like a lobster because of how cold the water is. I do CrossFit. I was accused of doing CrossFit before, but I never took credit for that. So that's a no. I haven't been sick in years. I don't get sick ever. And I did say that more than once. We went to India like 10 years ago and everyone got so sick they puked their guts out. Even one of my friends had diarrhea so bad he actually shat on the bathroom walls because he didn't have enough time to put his ass down the toilet. That was brutal. And fun. Even in COVID, I got sick like 12 hours. But I'm not saying any of these to flex. It's not even a flex. It's not even something I do. I'm just built different. Alright, finally. Let's count. 12 out of 21. I want to be very clear about something. I am not one of these people. I just happen to do 12 out of 21 things on the list, which is barely more than half, which is essentially nothing. It doesn't even say anything. Okay, so if you scored between 0 and 5, you are fine. Suspiciously fine. I don't think you are telling the truth. I don't believe you. We're gonna call this tier the liars. If you scored between 6 to 10, people tolerate you. And that's not nothing. You might be annoying, but you are manageable. We'll call this tier mostly harmless. Did you realize that flex? I just used intellectual flex on you, and you didn't even know it. It's a fucking book name. There's levels to this shit. If you scored between 11 to 15, you are in good company. And that company is me. You know, just because they didn't ask you, it doesn't mean they don't want to know your sleep schedule. Just tell them in advance. They don't know any better. Obviously, we're gonna call this tier the main character. But there can't be 2 main characters. So I'm gonna be the Batman and you can be Robin. If you scored between 16 and 21, You've probably told someone you don't eat bread while they're eating bread in front of you. It's a blessing and a curse, actually. It's a blessing because you don't know how you come across. It's a curse to most the others because you don't know how do you come across. I will call this tier Oblivious Maximus. You are a sight to be seen, my friend, because nobody wants to hear you talk. Everybody is afraid of you. They can't even look you in the eyes, thinking you're gonna tell them you drink your coffee only black because sugar is poison. And waking up at 5 a.m. and taking cold showers is the best thing you ever done since you went vegan. Count yours and drop it down in the comments. But no flexing, okay? This is a flex-free zone. If someone in your life does any of this unironically and you want them to stop, send them this video anonymously. It's what the share button is for. Anyway, it's getting late, almost 8 p.m. Good night. Good night.